Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TQS, another episode of the top quality stocks, how to find them and how to trade them. This is the September update. It's now the 8th of September, and I'm going to give an update on the top quality stock, TQS, as well as a bit of analysis of the market currently. If we start with the Nasdaq Composite, we can see we had a quick 2-day sell-off, and the market got very close to rebounding from the 55-day moving average. We'll see what this week will bring, if we're going to see that those levels being retested. But certainly a nice little swing trade taking place here for a swing back into the upside of this rally. We've had a couple of distribution days, above average volume selling, 2 days there, and significant selling just the second last day. Huge distribution in the market. So the market was a bit extended and it's pulling back. 55-day for entry for a swing trade will be nice. For those medium term, 34-day and 21-day, also nice entry points for short-term swing trades in the market. Okay, turning to the Dow. The correction there rebounded very closely from the 34-day moving average. 21-day seems to be support right here. You can see how the 21-day averages here and the 55-day averages. Nice entry points for swing trade. But we'll see if this week will bring that swing trade or the swing back in the market. We've had a couple of above average volume selling days, a couple of distribution days over the last July and August, quite a lot of distribution days. So could see the market retest this 27,232 55-day moving average low this coming week. The Nasdaq 100's been extended for quite some time. Terribly negative candle there. It looks like clearly the market's topped there. Got very close to the 55-day moving average, not there yet. Maybe we'll retest that low today just to see how strong or where the support in the market is. Currently rebounded from the 34-day moving average, closed above that or around the 21-day average. Will be interesting to see if this week if we're going to get that retest of the lows, and we might see a low of the 10,964 zone, 11,000. We could possibly, if the market's weak, we could still test these levels from a swing trade perspective. You can see on the weekly chart, still downside risk towards this 10,900 zone. Watch out for that, and this 21 week moving average, when that catches up, they're 1096. So there's still some downside in the market. Wouldn't say we're out the woods yet in terms of a retracement trade, but still looking for the price action in and around the 55-day moving average, and to see what the situation will be. But short-term swing trade, these 34 and 21 is nice entry points for a swing trade in the market. Turn to S&P 500. Market was a little bit extended. If we look at the weekly, a little bit extended, pulling back. Now a bit more reasonable. Tested the 339, 338 and 3364 levels. It's now successfully rebounded from the 34-day moving average and closed above the 21-day. So it's in good shape right now to continue the upward trajectory, but if it's going to retest these lows, there is downside risk to the 3,300 level. It would be actually healthier for the market to sell off to there and then start rallying into the year end. But nevertheless, market's ripe for some further consolidation. But watch out, these levels are significant support zones. So I'm a buyer at these levels and I'm a seller at the upside level. Nice swing trade in the market there. Right. Now let's turn to the top quality stocks. As you can know, I'm looking for stocks with 15% earnings growth for the last 2 to 3 quarters year over year, as well as a return on equity of more than 15%. So the company needs to generate good return on equity. The capital base, the asset base needs to grow. So if we run the screen, we are ranking by market cap this time, from best to worst. Let's get to the larger one first. Adobe. Nice stock here, broke out of a consolidation base here. We had this in the previous month screen, and you could see all these retests of the 21-day and 34-day average or key entry points rallied, broke out, and then came back to retest the breakout zone. So you can see here pretty much retested the breakout. But there were some interesting profit taking opportunities from a swing trade perspective here, as the market went up 23%. Okay, so profit taking opportunity in the when it swings back, when it rebounds from the 34-day. But so far, Adobe is in good shape, breaking out of a base first test for the 21-day and 34-day moving averages. Netflix also fighting for support yet the 55-day moving average. Rebounded there, very strong rebound there, volumes looking good. So we'll see if this can continue the momentum upwards. Bit extended, yeah, once again, but the 13 and 21 week moving average is a nice entry point for the swing trade. So stick to the 55-day. That was a nice swing intraday. You had to be quick to catch that one. But any weakness within this range between 21-day and 55-day would be a nice entry point. Okay, lows. Also testing the 34-day moving average. This downside risk to the 55-day. But we've had a sell signal there on the relative performance, so we could see some weakness back down to 150. So I'm going to put a chart line in there. Zoom came in quite aggressively. Yeah, there was a nice little entry point down here after the 55-day pullback. If we look at, just take it the second day there, up to that high, huge rally, 93%. But still, huge gap, closing the gap at the moment. Entry point, yeah, second entry point. If you missed that rally, took profit there, would be this 392. Let's just draw that line there. Possible entry points in Zoom. But extended, forming a beautiful top here, dipping back into the support zones. Okay, but nevertheless, that was a quick trade. You had to be very quick on that 55-day moving average pullback to see how it pans out. AMD is the next one. Broke out of a base, had a nice little rally here. We discussed it last month. It was run about here after the secondary buy point, and then the first pullback here to the 13-day moving average was a nice entry point. But extended now, it's pulling back to the 34-day and the 55-day. So looking, we could see a retest of the 77 level, but still nice entry point for a secondary buy-in. But be aware that this is a very negative candle on that basis. I would be much more comfortable buying at a 55-day moving average pullback. ServiceNow also fighting for the 55-day pullback. So there's quite a lot of companies in the list that's now pulling back to 55-day moving averages or the 21-day moving averages. So these would be interesting areas to go into. SHW broke out of a double bottom base, kept on going. A little bit extended on a weekly chart basis. You ideally would like to see it to come back to that level at least for a secondary entry point. Yeah, this zone between 650, that when the 55-day catches up 650. So it can snap back, and then that'll be the entry point. Moody's following very much the S&P's trajectory. Nice entry points, these 34-day and 55-day average pullbacks. So it's looking cool right here at the 281. So watch very closely to see if there's going to get a rebound on that one. Newmont Corporation, NEM, also fighting for support there at the 55-day pullback. You can put a line in there. So it's within the buying zone of that retest. As long as it stays above the 55-day, we should be okay with Newmont Corporation. Citrix Systems forming an entire new base, fighting hard for support here at the 144-day. We're below the moving averages, so it wouldn't rush into this one right now. It's forming a whole new base. We can draw a line here. And So it'll be interesting to see if it can rally out of that base. It needs to get back up to the 55-day average. It's below the 55-day. It's not in a good shape. Cable 1. Yeah, we've got a situation. Well, we're floating around on that on those 55-day moving averages. Small little base forming, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if it can break out of this trading range. It looks like an untidy cup and handle forming there. So we will have to see. One could nibble on it, yeah, at these levels. Trexcorp also fighting for the moving average support there. See a lot of stocks are. Biolabs, Chemet, a lot of stocks now fighting at ideal entry points, the 55-day pullback. Novax is below, so we'll give that one some time. Let me just flag Chemet. Emergent Biosolutions below the 55-day. It needs to regain that 55-day for us to be interested in it. So watch out carefully to see if this one's going to come through for a swing trade. Darling Ingredients, consumer, that's trying to break out of a trading range. You can see there now, broken out. Now we're off to the races in a strong market. This one will continue, so we will see if it snaps back to 33, 32, but it's within the buying range from a breakout point of view. Site 1 Landscape Supply also looking for key support of the 55-day moving average. So keep an eye on that one. Base on base, rally, consolidation, consolidation. So we should see a stronger breakout at some point. But keep that one on the watch list. Penny Mac Financial could still see some weakness down to the 55-day average. That's probably going to coincide very well with that level. So watch out. Maybe any weakness down to 46.56 is an ideal entry point on that one. Meritage Homes. Oh, also another one. Fighting is a lot of stocks now pulling back the 55-day average. So we're at a critical level here. One of those, Palmaro. Also, that one, 34, 21-day. Flag that one, flag that one. Installed building supplies, that's pulling back to the 34-day moving average. Huge base, resistance at the top. Broke out at trying to broke out, now back into the base, so we need to see a stronger volume to come through. Aqua Water Technologies, also looking at a key. There we go. Concept Therapeutics, wouldn't chase this one right now, a little bit extended, but nevertheless keep an eye on it. Yeah, I would we'll have to check the news on that one though. Central Garden Solutions, watch out, the gaps closed, rally, pulls back 34-day. I wonder where the 55-day will eventually consolidate to. So interesting that the market is now, a lot of the stocks are all pulling back to the 55-day moving averages. MAXR, Maxar Technologies, looking at it at 2177, looking at that zone. Expect this gap to be closed, but you know, huge rally, huge breakout rally in August. Profit taking zones to extend it from the 55-day. Wait for the pullback. 34 days of pullback, so there's within a buying range, yeah, so to speak. So Maxar Technologies, flag that. Have a look at that one. Meritage Home also pulling back the 55-day moving average. So a lot of these stocks are all looking at key entry points. Key entry points. Green Brick Partners also all of these pulling back to the 55-day moving average. So we've identified quite a lot of stocks in the watch list of the top quality stock screen. And some of the others that fell out, I think Electronic Arts of last month fell out. because it started to underperform. That was one, but keep an eye on it. It's now below the 55-day average, so obviously it will fall out of this list as well. It started to underperform. So the stock ranking fell out. That was some of the other ones that came out of the list last. Paycom Software, I think, is the other one that also fell out of the list. PAYC. Also dipped below the 55-day. But keep an eye on this one. If the 34-day seems to be a key support zone. Yeah. Strong rally from the April lows, then pull back, now forming a whole new base, dip below the 34-day. So sorry, that's not the 34-day, that's the 234-day average. Correction, it's below the 55-day average. Yeah. So it's not in good shape, and hence that's why it fell out of the screen this week. But the best thing to do is to run the screen on a weekly basis, so it's like you keep your finger on the pulse of the top quality stocks in the market based on, as we now know, earnings and relative performance and healthy return on equity. Okay. So keep an eye on Adobe, Netflix, Zoom, AMD, ServiceNow. All these names are very interesting right now going forward. Until next time, happy trading.